All right, good morning. Let's welcome to the Media Center Legion 13. We've got Captain Jon Rahm, Tyrrell Hatton, Tom McKibbin, and Caleb Surratt coming off a team victory in LIV Golf, Mexico City. Jon, start with you. You've been incredibly consistent this season. Finished top 5 in all 6 events to date, highlighted by 2 individual wins and 3 runner-up finishes. Obviously, each tournament, each season is a new start, a new opportunity. But is this about as good as you felt with your game since joining LIV a couple of years ago?
I would say so. Yeah. Yeah, I think Mexico is one of the better weeks I've had. I felt really confident that week, and I think it showed. Perhaps, honestly, the best I felt tee to green, like just swing-wise and smoothing-wise, might have been Riyadh. Definitely the best I've hit the driver in a very long time, and I wish I could hit it like that more often. That was just one of those weeks where it was unbelievable. But yeah, overall, it's been obviously a very solid year where I've been able to minimize the days that maybe I wasn't feeling my best. Which is essentially what golf is all about, right? I think. It's one of the few sports I would say where your job is to just err less each day. The good days are good, but you still have to manage your mistakes.
Tyrrell, you had a very strong April, coming off a T3 at the Masters and a T5 in Mexico City. What's the key for you this week to keep that trend going here in Virginia?
Well, obviously, I'd like to continue to keep playing well. See, next week's going to be a big week too, so I want to take some confidence and hopefully some momentum into the PGA, and yeah, we'll see how we go.
And Caleb and Tom, you both made the decision to join LIV early in your careers. Caleb, for you, it was a decision to turn pro. Can you just share what your experiences with LIV Golf has meant to each of you, and your careers, whether it's been the team aspect, the global league, or the level of competition? Maybe Caleb, start with you.
Yeah, it's been nothing but a great thing for me in my career. I'm really pleased with the last 3 years of development and growth I've had, which I can definitely confidently say is far greater than I may have received in college. So, to be around Jon and Tyrrell and make some great friends out here and learn how to become a more complete player is nothing but a great thing. It's what I've been offered out here and what I'm trying to take advantage of, quite frankly. So, yeah, I'm very pleased. It's been one of the best decisions of my life. I can confidently say that, and I, look forward to the future for sure.
Tom?
Very similar to Caleb. I'd played a little bit of pro golf before for a few years and had experienced that, and then coming over here, it's obviously a very different experience. And yeah, it's been really good. Sort of getting to spend time with Jon and Tyrrell and a lot of other great players has definitely been a benefit to my game. And I definitely felt over the last sort of year and a half that I've become a better player because of it. And yeah, again, sort of excited to continue on and sort of learn from Jon and Tyrrell and the rest of the guys. It's definitely been a good experience.
Thank you. We'll open up to the floor. If media can please raise their hands, we'll bring a microphone.
Tom, you're hovering right around that 100 in the OWGR. I was just wondering, have you heard from the PGA Championship on whether you're going to be invited to play next week?
Yeah, I'm playing, yeah.
You're playing.
Yeah.
And what does that mean to get into a major, based off your play?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I played last year as well, and I think to sort of do it 2 years in a row, sort of with not having sort of the availability of many world ranking points and sort of to stay around that 100 number has been pretty good, and I think sort of the consistency of the golf that I've played has been nice, sort of to sort of be in a sort of spot to be able to qualify for some of those events. And yeah, it's always nice to get to play another major, and they're definitely the events that you want to be playing. And every time you can tick one off, it's a great learning experience. And I always sort of leave learning more and more about my game and what I need to get better for the future. So yeah, looking forward to playing again next week.
Thanks.
Mark?
For John, Sergio had said that you guys had been told that there would be PIF financing through 2030. I was wondering what your reaction was when you initially heard the news, and what your concern level is going forward in terms of whether or not the league can survive without the PIF.
Honestly, I think the initial news and the rumors over there in Mexico, since we're in a tournament week, I almost just tried to act as if it was just rumors, right? Because we're competing, I didn't want to waste any energy on an already demanding week thinking about it. So for me, the reality kind of came afterwards. I would say, like everybody, surprised. Obviously unexpected. We did hear the news that they would be funding for many years, so unexpected. But then as the future of the league goes, I think that's obviously a question for the business people. We want to be here. It's been a lot of fun. I want to keep competing. I want to keep sharing some time with them. But time will tell. Obviously, I think Scott and his team have a lot of hard work to do, but obviously they're experienced in the area, and that's why they've been chosen to take this role.
James?
John, can I just follow up on that? Can you get out of your contract if you want, or do you have to stay here for till 2028 or 29?
I'll say I'm also not a lawyer. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. I have very few talents in my life, and reading a contract or business are not two of them. Again, like you just said, as of right now, I have several years of my contract left, and I'm pretty sure they did a pretty good job when they drafted that. So I don't see many ways out. And as of right now, I'm not really thinking about it, since we still have a season to play and majors to compete for, so it's not something I want to think about just yet.
And have you made any more? You talked about the DP World Tour and the standoff you have with them. Has there been any advance on that? And would it be wise now to maybe have an advance on that? Because
there's no longer a standoff.
You've paid it.
We were able to reach an agreement. You know, there was some concessions on both sides, and I offered some. They extended an olive branch, and obviously we've reached an agreement. So that will not be a stress anymore.
So how relieved are you with that, with the Ryder Cup, with the Spanish Open, and all of that?
I was never worried about that. There was some things I believed them in, that I wanted to agree with, that I wanted them to agree with me, and I knew it was a matter of time. I also understand they have their bylaws and their way to go about things, and they have to follow certain procedure, and things are never as easy or as fast as you would think they would be, or at least I would have liked, right? But I was never worried. The Ryder Cup is still really, really far away, but I'm happy that hopefully I won't have to think about any worries or any predicaments come to a their manner for, obviously, until then, or hopefully ever, right? I've wanted to support the DP World Tour. There's a lot of events I want to play. My only concern now, when it comes to those events in October, is the due date that we have. That's the only issue that I have that would make me not be at the Spanish Open. Besides that, I think they can count with my participation.
Juan?
So I was asking Scott O'Neill about how important the majors are for LIV Golf players in this new reality. And I wonder how important it is for you to perform well in the majors, both individually and as a team, no? And any of the three of you who are playing majors this year can answer this. I mean, yeah.
Or am I going? Where do you want to? It's either one of us three could have answered.
You can
I'll take it. No.
You can help each other.
Well, it's obviously, no matter where you're playing, majors are always going to be the pinnacle in golf, right? So for personal satisfaction, they're always going to be impressive. I think I've never gone to a major thinking about anybody but myself. Let's just say that. I think for a team like ours, it's really nice to have 3 out of the 4 players there. It'll be incredible to have 4 out of 4 soon, but I don't think either one of us are teeing it up on a Thursday at Augusta or the PGA US Open or the Open thinking about anything but the win for ourselves, right? So obviously the ramifications and the impact will be there, or what it may say for the league and for us, but it's not really, I would say, on the forefront of our minds.
Anything to add, Tyrrell? No? No.
Rick?
For Tyrrell and John, Scott was in here before just talking about his to-do list and the order of operations, and he said business plan, get player buy-in, and then kind of take it to market. I'm curious, is it going to be hard for you to buy in without knowing what the structure looks like, what the purses look like, if it's a scaled-down product next year? How concerned are you that next season's going to look drastically different from this one?
Well, I think he said it first, right? Business plan. So I don't think he would ask anybody to buy into anything without giving us a business plan first. So until we have that, I don't think we can really answer the rest, right? It would just be speculation at that point.
John, so how willing are you to make concessions to keep this tour alive, for this league alive? I mean, are you willing to play for $15 million a week versus $30+ million a week? Are you willing to do some of the other things that will cut costs that makes this tour still viable? Are you, as an organization, so are you willing to do those things?
Well, it's not just about me, right? It's a team effort. So it's not about one person agreeing or not. I think we all, as I think captains and team owners and players that are involved in the league, need to, in essence, have a large majority to agree on for it to work. So I do believe that for the business plan to change, whatever they're coming up with, there will need to be some concessions on their part, yeah.
Okay, so the guy sitting next to you, Caleb, who said that, you look forward to the future, which may or may be pretty uncertain at this point. Are you willing to make concessions, considerable concessions, to keep this thing going?
Yeah, I mean, kind of like John has said, like, I don't think any of us know, like, what those concessions may be or, like, if there is going to be any at all, right? I think there's multiple ways it can go. So, like, for me, when I say I'm looking forward to the future, I'm just thinking, about myself. I'm thinking about, like, the betterment of my career and the path that I'm on, and regardless of what tournaments that entails. My goal is to be in majors and win majors one day, and I know that when I get there, I'll be more prepared for that moment because I've spent multiple years out here, regardless of whatever happens or whatever concessions I have to make. I'm certainly, I can speak for myself when I say that I'm bought in. Like, I've been extended an arm from John to have an incredible opportunity out here, and I feel in my heart that I've earned that. But, like, I'll never, like, not appreciate that. And, like, I think I'll support, whatever it is that I think's right, and I'll back John as well. So,
Bob.
John, in the years past or last year, I believe you had said that you liked the idea of going to 72 holes. You suggested it. I'm just wondering if going forward you'd like to have some voice in maybe some of these changes that you think could help the league to prosper beyond this year, to be able to live on. Do you have any ideas that you think could help that you'd like to be heard on?
They've actually been really good at asking all the captains and listening to all of us and adjusting if needed. Now, I'll say it again. I am not a business person. I have not a clue what it takes to make a business succeed. All I can understand is tournament on the player experience side of things, right? So I give him my opinion, but it's impossible to make everybody happy. So I think what I think may be right, it might not be the same for everybody else. So I will share my ideas if I think I have a good one, but it's not always easily implemented, right? Hopefully I can take credit for some of the good ones, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
And I just wanted to ask another question to Tom. You got asked earlier about next week, the PGA, but you're also, this tournament will decide, I believe, the U.S. Open, the top three, top player not otherwise exempt. Obviously, John, Bryson are already in, having won the U.S. Open. How much is that on your mind playing this week? Is it kind of a nice thing to have an outside goal to play for?
I mean, I'd probably have to win, so to get into sort of that spot. So
That's not right.
yeah, not really been thinking about that.
I don't
No?
think so. I think as long as you're in the top three,
Yeah,
it's the
but-
top player who's in the top three, and John and Bryson are already in the U.S. Open.
Yeah, but probably to move up that far, I'd have to play pretty good. So no, I haven't really thought about that. I plan just to go and play the qualifier, 36 holes, and give that a shot.
Go to Ben.
For Tyrrell, Ben Knuckles, Associated Press. What is your contract status beyond this year, and where do you envision playing golf next year?
I've still got multiple years left, but it's not really a focus for me at the moment. Focus on playing well this week, playing well the rest of the year, and seeing what happens.
When Brooks Koepka and Patrick Reed left LIV, did that give you pause or open your eyes and make you think maybe there is a future beyond this tour?
I didn't think a huge amount about it, to be honest. It makes not really much difference to what I'm doing with my life at the moment. So yeah, I didn't really give it any other thoughts.
Mark?
For John and Tyrrell, looking back over the last couple of years, has LIV Golf delivered everything Greg Norman and others might have sold you on when you made the jump?
I'm trying to remember what it was 2 years ago. I would say I think so, yeah. Obviously, with Greg now being involved and having other leadership, the vision changes a little bit, but I would say so far, yeah. And as far as player experience goes and team experience goes, has been spot on what they told me and what other players told me LIV Golf was like.
Hey, John. Scott Abraham, ABC7 here in D.C. Obviously, the line of questioning, the focus clearly is on the future of LIV Golf. So I'm curious from your perspective, golfer's perspective, is this a distraction in any way of you on the course knowing what the future might look like, and these line of questionings is not going to stop anytime soon?
Well, it's definitely extra noise. I mean, there's no denying it, right? But I think we deal with it as athletes, honestly. I think it's part of the job a lot of times. And sometimes that extra noise is internal for something that may be happening family-wise that's not public, right? Which is much worse than I would say this. So at the end of the day, I think we practice enough to once you get in competition mode, that doesn't matter, right? So it might be a worry before or after, but it shouldn't be once you get to that first tee. So it really... And I think what we've said a few times, like when it's so uncertain and something that is so out of our control, there's really nothing to think about.
Tyrrell, John, you guys saw Aronimik several years ago. I know it was a long time ago, but what do you remember about that course? And also, do you think there are any similarities between Trump National this week and what you can take into next week? Tyrrell?
The only hole that I remember at Aronimik is the 18th, and I haven't seen this golf course, so I can't answer your question.
Okay. Fair enough.
I haven't seen this golf course either. What I remember about that event at Aronimik was that it was extremely wet. We had a lot of rain. From what I hear, it hasn't rained here in quite a while, and the golf course is already firm. So based on that, no. But I don't think they play similar. I think they're both fantastic golf courses, but they will not be playing close in that sense.
And John, I did want to ask you one other question. You've played 100 rounds in the regular season in LIV Golf now. Is there one particular round that you think you kind of have the most fond memory of? Obviously, you shot 60 last year in Indy, or is there another round?
I'd probably say Sunday in Valderrama last year, shooting, I forget, it was 6 or 7 under to give Taylor Gooch a run at home at a golf course that is very difficult, with a great par at the end to give the Spanish crowd a bit of hope. So that was a really fun round to play. Obviously, the 16 in Indianapolis was big, but just for the significance of being at home, I would say that Sunday in Valderrama.
Thanks.
Any more in English before we close in Spanish? All right, Juan.
Okay, muy bien. Tyrrell, buenos días. No, I'm kidding.
Pretty sure you guys can leave if you want.
John.
If you guys want to go in Spanish, you can.
Yeah, let's try. You've been in Benidorm, so yeah. No. So, John, hablábamos, es verdad que, como dices, tu tema no son los negocios, los contratos y demás, pero un poco, ¿cuál ha sido tu reacción y tu actitud ahora con las noticias como líder del LIV Golf, como capitán de equipo y como Jon Rahm, ¿no?
I must say one more time. Being Spanish, I think you three can go. If you don't want to stay here. Yeah, go ahead.
Let them look at you.
Yeah, I don't think you need to stay. Pero no, ¿qué era la pregunta?
Bueno, sí. Te decía que está claro que, como decías, tu tema no son los negocios o los contratos y demás, pero como capitán de un equipo, como Jon Rahm, como uno de los líderes de este tour, ¿cómo ves la situación actual y cuál sería tu visión del futuro, ¿no?
Mi visión del futuro, no lo sé, la verdad que no lo sé. Intento no pensarlo mucho, porque al final tenemos una temporada que jugar, ¿verdad? Un poco lo quiero comparar con igual un equipo de fútbol, digamos, sabiendo que el entrenador se va a ir a final de temporada, ¿no? O sea, sabes que tienes que jugar, pero hay ambigüedad porque igual no vas a seguir el mismo sistema, ¿no? Y lo digo un poco por el Atleti, porque es lo que pasa con Valverde, pero es lo más parecido, ¿no? En ese sentido. Fue una sorpresa, yo creo que para todos, no nos lo esperábamos, después de un poco del apoyo que nos había dado su excelencia al principio del año, pero bueno, es la realidad, así que ahora hay que confiar en los líderes de esta liga que puedan cambiar el plan de ejecución, cambiar el plan de lo que es la compañía un poco y acomodarlo para un nuevo inversor, ¿no? Así que alguien que hacerlo igual más atractivo para algún otro inversor que igual sea local en Estados Unidos y seguir la liga adelante. No sé cómo será, no creo que cambie mucho de cara a imagen o a lo que es la liga, ¿no? Se irá haciendo equipos, se irá viendo individual y por equipos, pero el resto ya no sabría decirte.
Aparte, te decía, aparte de los medios, le preguntaba a Scott qué le parece en el nuevo futuro o siempre que sus jugadores jueguen en DP World Tour, que jueguen en PGA Tour, que jueguen donde quieran. Y me decía que, por supuesto, ¿no? Entonces, esa visión también te quería preguntar desde tu punto de vista, ¿no?
Sí, eso es lo que dijo Greg al principio y lo que ha dicho Scott desde el principio, ¿no? Si no coincide con semanas del LIV que podemos jugar. Es más, muchos hemos jugado en el European Tour entre semanas del LIV y, bueno, el PGA Tour obviamente tiene otra opinión, ¿no? Pero yo lo he dicho muchas veces, si me dejasen, hay torneos que jugaría. Hay un par en enero antes de nuestra temporada, como el de American Express, que siempre he jugado, que lo he ganado 2 veces y me gusta mucho, Torrey Pines, Phoenix, cosas que si no coincidiesen aún así jugaría. Entiendo la posición que tiene cada uno, ¿no? La lógica detrás de ello, pero si se me presentase la opción, yo jugaría los 3 tours, claramente. Así que ojalá pase algún día. Obviamente no sé si va a ser algo cercano, ¿no? Pero bueno, a ver si de momento parece que con las cosas arregladas con el European Tour estaré jugando sin problema, así que ya veremos qué pasa en el futuro.
¿Puedes explicar un poco cómo se ha arreglado la situación con el European Tour? Y no hace falta que des
No,
detalles.
son negociaciones, nada más. Al final, hombre, lo vimos al principio del año, ese esa opción que dieron a varios jugadores, había cosas que a mí no me gustaban del todo y bueno, pues que yo no es que me negase, pero luché para, bueno, para que sea un poco más igualado para las dos partes, ¿no? Sí que ha habido concesiones mías y concesiones de ellos, pero una vez extendieron esa mano, ¿no? Para dar un saludo y ya, digamos, cerrarlo, lo cogí, claramente. Y querer finalizar esa etapa, no quiero peleas con nadie en ese sentido y quiero ser parte del European Tour y jugar todos los torneos que yo pueda, ¿no? Hay torneos que voy a querer jugando siempre, obviamente he destacado por el Open de España y seguir apoyándolo como hasta ahora.
Y la última cosa que tiene que ver con eso, una vez zanjado eso, ¿hay algo que te preocupa? ¿Hay un riesgo que ves en todo lo que está pasando que afecta a tu juego, que te afecta personalmente?
A ver, riesgo siempre hay, en todo, ¿no? Yo creo que cuando vinimos al LIV, cierto riesgo sí que éramos conscientes en ese sentido. Pero de ahí ya no sé, como hay incertidumbre en el futuro, yo creo que como humanos es muy fácil imaginar un futuro bastante peor de lo que de verdad puede que vaya a ser. Así que me voy a preocupar en lo que puedo, que es esta semana y la que viene y la siguiente y poco a poco y jugar los torneos que tenemos, que bueno, como sabemos que tenemos hasta final del año, aún quedan muchos meses para el equipo del LIV salga con un plan nuevo, ¿no? Así que no me quiero preocupar mucho en ese sentido.
John,
any more Spanish? Even though you're all checked out at this point. Got it.
Thank you for the time.
Thank you.